Leviticus chapter 16, verses 1 to 34. I am reading from the New Revised Standard Version, the Green Bible. Verse 1. The Lord spoke to Moses after the death of the two sons of Aaron, when they drew near before the Lord and died. Verse 2. The Lord said to Moses, "Tell your brother Aaron not to come just at any time in the sanctuary inside the curtain before the mercy seat that is upon the ark, or he will die, for I appear in the cloud upon the mercy seat." Verse 3. Thus shall Aaron come into the holy place with a young bull for a sin offering and a ram for a burnt offering. Verse 4. He shall put on the holy linen tunic and shall have the linen undergarments next to his body, fasten the linen sash, and wear the linen turban. These are the holy vestments. He shall bathe his body in water and put them on. Verse 5. He shall take from the congregation of the people of Israel 2 male goats for a sin offering and 1 ram for burnt offering. Verse 6. Aaron shall offer the bull as sin offering for himself and shall make atonement for himself and for his house. He shall take the 2 goats, set them before the Lord at the entrance of the tent of meeting. Verse 8. And Aaron shall cast lots on the 2 goats, one lot for the Lord and the other lot for Azazel. Verse 9. Aaron shall present the goat on which the lot fell for the Lord and offer it as a sin offering. Verse 10. But the goat on which the lot fell for Azazel shall be presented alive before the Lord to make atonement over it, and that it may be sent away into the wilderness to Azazel. Verse 11. Aaron shall present the bull as a sin offering for himself, and shall make atonement for himself and for his house. He shall slaughter the bull as a sin offering for himself. Verse 12. He shall take a censer full of coals of fire from the altar before the Lord, 2 handfuls of crushed sweet incense, and he shall bring it inside the curtain. Verse 13. But the incense on the fire before the Lord, that the cloud of the incense may cover the mercy seat that is upon the covenant, or he will die. Verse 14. He shall take some of the blood of the bull and sprinkle it with his finger on the front of the mercy seat, and before the mercy seat he shall sprinkle the blood with his finger 7 times. Verse 15. He shall slaughter the goat of the sin offering that is for the people, and bring its blood inside the curtain, and do with its blood as he did with the blood of the bull, sprinkling it upon the mercy seat and before the mercy seat. Verse 16. Thus he shall make atonement for the sanctuary because of the uncleanness of the people of Israel and because of their transgressions, all their sins. And so he shall do for the tent of meeting, which remains with them in the midst of their uncleanness. Verse 17. No one shall be in tent of meeting from the time he enters to make atonement in the sanctuary until he comes out and has made atonement for himself and for his house and for all the assembly of Israel. Verse 18. Then he shall go out to the altar that is before the Lord and make atonement on its behalf, and shall take some of the blood of the bull and of the blood of the goat and put it on each of the horns of the altar. Verse 19. He shall sprinkle some of the blood on it with his fingers 7 times and cleanse it and hallow it from the uncleanness of the people of Israel. Verse 20. When he has finished atoning for the holy place and the tent of meeting and the altar, he shall present the live goat. Verse 21. Then Aaron shall lay both his hands on the head of the live goat and confess over it all the iniquities of the people of Israel and all their transgressions, all their sins, putting them on the head of the goat, sending it away into the wilderness by the means of someone designated for the task. Verse 22, the goat shall bear on itself all their iniquities to a barren region, and the goat shall be set free in the wilderness. Verse 23, then Aaron shall enter the tent of meeting and shall take off the linen vestments that he put on when he went into the holy place and shall leave them there. Verse 24, he shall bathe his body in water in a holy place and put in his vestments. Then he shall come out and offer his burnt offering and the burnt offering of the people, making atonement for himself and for the people. Verse 25, the fat of their sin offering he shall turn into smoke on the altar. Verse 26, the one who sets the goat free for Azazel shall wash his clothes and bathe his body in water, and afterward may come into the camp. Verse 27, the bull of the sin offering and the goat of the sin offering, whose blood was brought in to make atonement in the holy place, shall be taken outside the camp. Their skin and their flesh and their dung shall be consumed in fire. Verse 28, the one who burns them shall wash his clothes and bathe his body in water, and afterward may come into the camp. Verse 29, this shall be a statute to you forever. In the 7th month, on the 10th day of the month, you shall deny yourselves, and you shall do no work, neither the citizen nor the alien who resides among you. Verse 30, for on this day, atonement shall be made for you, to cleanse you from all your sins, and you shall be clean before the Lord. Verse 31, it is a Sabbath of complete rest to you, and you shall deny yourselves. It is a statute forever. Verse 32, the priest shall, who is anointed and consecrated as priest in his father's place, shall make atonement, wearing the linen vestments, the holy vestments. Verse 33, he shall make atonement for the sanctuary, and he shall make atonement for the tent of meeting and for the altar, and he shall make atonement for the priest and for all the people of the assembly. Verse 34, this shall be an everlasting statute for you to make atonement for the people of Israel once in the year for all their sins. And Moses did as the Lord had commanded him. Leviticus chapter 16, verses 1 to 34. I am reading from the New Revised Standard Version, the Green Bible.